So in episode 1 of my brand new shopping series of how to, or what happens when you shop without a mask in California, I went to a store that had no problems whatsoever. It was fantastic. Good shopping experience. They allow people to shop without a mask if you choose not to, even though the sign on the door said you actually do have to wear a mask. So here I am at another store, but this one's not going to be the same at all. And I have to tell you the truth, I'm definitely a little bit nervous here. I expect that the sheriff will be called, and so I'm going to push it to the limit. So I am at a store that is close to our house. I'll show you that in a second. And a little bit of a story that goes with this. My wife likes to shop at this one. And she quite a while now, I don't even know how long ago, 3 weeks maybe a month, she was shopping here, and the owner, they even know the name of the owner. His name is, I think they said Brian. And so he was so sort of Nazi just enforcing this idea of wearing a mask, that she was not able to shop here. And so I think the last thing he said to her was that, don't shop here, I don't want you to come back. It kind of reminded me of that food Nazi on the old Seinfeld show. Kind of funny idea. Anyway, so I expect this guy to be really bad. But here's the background. My wife this morning, I was still half asleep, and I heard her. She was calling the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department. And in Sacramento County, the sheriff made an announcement a while back. I guess it was late April, maybe May, I'm not totally sure now. But the sheriff said he was not going to be enforcing any mask stuff. Okay, he said that it's sort of inherent or something that there's going to be a potential of causing big trouble, big problems. So he decided that he was not going to do it. His name is Sheriff Scott Jones, I'm pretty sure. And when I saw that, I thought that was fantastic. Now, he was recommending that you follow those things, but he was not going to have any enforcement of those things. So that was great. Now, there are sheriffs around California and other places that are also ignoring anything that they're gaining from their governor, because you probably know, or if you didn't know, you should know, that sheriffs are elected by the people, and the people who elect them are their only boss, and they'd answer to nobody, not even to anybody. There's nobody above the sheriff as far as local law enforcement. So it's really great when you get these sheriffs who have the common sense not to listen to tyrannical orders and all that. So I was really pleased that Sheriff Scott Jones was like that. Now, whether or not he personally chooses to wear a mask, I mean, I don't care who wears a mask. I just don't want to wear one. And there's a lot of people who are like me in California and all around the country that do not want to wear one. First of all, there's a whole lot of people like me that are not scared, not walking around scared and thinking that they need to wear a mask to begin with. This whole COVID-19 crap is crap, because it is not actually a real thing to be scared of. I'm not saying there's no such thing as a virus. The one that they happen to call COVID-19 turns out way different than we were expecting in March when the country shut down. It's barely anything to even care about. So, and I probably got it, actually. That's another story I posted on my Facebook. So I don't care. Somebody who's known to be COVID positive or has it right then and there, I don't care if I'm next to them. I gave them a hug. I couldn't care less. I know that I'm healthy enough. It is going to be nothing. if I even never got it to begin with, and this would be the first time, I couldn't care less. It's like getting your cold. It's not worth losing everything for. Your people's losing their jobs, business is shutting down. You probably heard that California is supposed to shut down again. Total BS. So a lot of people are calling them out, and there's nothing legal about it. It's just sort of like a mafia boss using whatever tactics, scare tactics, threats of, we're going to give you huge fines, we're going to shut down your business, you're not going to have a license to operate. And this type of stuff, without any actual law to back it up, is just, you can't really say much more than, or anything less than, that's just total tyranny. So this people have to know this. And if you know a business owner, or you are a business owner, you need to realize that you do not need to shut down your business. No way do you need to do that. If you try to keep it open, you do it, because there's no law that can legally say this can be shut down. They can threaten you all they want, but they can't shut you down legally. So there's nothing legal. Now, if there becomes a law, okay, then that changes everything, but there is no law. So people have to realize that. And that's what I'm fighting for. This is why this is the second episode of my new series here on people shopping and going about their daily lives and just doing things. So, I mean, this is a lot more than just shopping. I mean, this affects so many things. I was a baseball coach for my son. I was hoping to be. I was for a week or two. And then in March, Little League Baseball, the official one for the country, was told, like everybody else, that you had to be shut down. That's when nobody knew how bad COVID really was. The data wasn't in yet. It was, everybody's freaked out. So by the time March came, at the end of March, I realized this is nothing to care about, and I was recommending everybody open back up if they could. I was already ended my lockdown in late March, if not early April, I think. So there's really kind of losing my train of thought, but oh yeah. So I was going to be Little League coach, and I heard the final thing happened. Got something from the email from the people in charge locally. Happens to be the Fulton El Camino Parks District that does it here for me, and they were saying that the coaches were going to have a mask in order to, and then they're going to have the kids separate. I don't think they necessarily say that they had to mask the kids, but had them separate, and there was all sorts of stupid things like wash or wipe off the bat between one person using it and the next person using it, and this was, I don't know, I mean, it was just not looking good. And now with another shutdown, I don't think that was going to happen anyway. So I ended up I took back all the things that they gave me, all the equipment. I took it back, dropped it off. I said, okay, I'm going to have a refund. Maybe next year it'll work out. But now we have soccer season. It's supposed to start the 1st of August. I already told the people that it's not likely going to work out. If you can work it out, that'd be fantastic, but I refuse to wear a mask. It's not going to be part of what I do. I'm not going to subject my son to the stupidity of wearing a mask, making it seem like people and the air that you breathe and all around you is something to be scared of. It's just bullshit, okay? So first of all, I don't think there's ever been somebody 20 or younger that ever died of COVID, unless there is one case I think I heard about. Somebody was like maybe 12 or 13 somewhere. I think it was in Nevada City, or Nevada County, in California. The mayor of Nevada City was mentioning this. He died of COVID, or he or she, I don't know. And that's because he was on chemotherapy. So he was obviously had no immune system left to begin with. So he died. Okay, well, those are the severely immune compromised people. So obviously that's going to happen. And anything could have taken him out. You know, any kind of cold, flu, anything that came by, no matter what year it was, that could happen. So that's what that happened. And but otherwise, I don't think there's been ever a child that got anything more than a sniffles with COVID, probably anywhere in the world, unless they are very severely compromised. So I know that if I was to run across somebody and they had COVID, whatever they're calling COVID, and I was to, do everything I could to get whatever he had, I couldn't care less. And that's what most people should realize. It is total bullshit. End the stupid game of trying to hide from the virus. It doesn't work. Mother Nature's going to get you if that's what it is. We are part of nature. End the bullshit. Okay, so anyway, my car is off. It's getting hot. It was about 95 degrees last time I looked at my temperatures here. So I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to start this. I'm going to see where this goes. Now, I have no idea, but I expect trouble. Let's see what happens. I just see a sheriff just driving by. Maybe he'll be the one who comes back. I might have to call the sheriff myself. Let's see. Okay, so I was saying that this is the place where, as a little kid, I grew up in this neighborhood, and I used to shop at this when it used to be called Lucky's. So my family will recognize this. Maybe it looks different now. Anyway, here we go. I'm live, and hopefully the battery lasts long enough. He's got a whole family all masked up going in there. This is a big chain, so this is possibly going to be representative of what the chains are showing, how they're behaving to the public. Okay, let's say no mask, no service, mask required, facility, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there. Now, there's a particular thing that I wanted to get that is called, what's it called? I have it written down here. Mung fruit, that's what it is. Okay, so there's nobody at the door or anything, so they're gonna have to just find me. From what I understand, where I'm going with this, it's over here near this section. So it's some type of sugary thing, but I'm not sure. It's not real sugar, it's something else. I gotta look for it. Mung fruit. Well, while I'm doing this, they might come up and tell me something, but in the meantime, there it is. Monk fruit. There we go. That's what I want. $6. Okay. Apparently this is good quality stuff if you're trying to eat well. This is good stuff. My wife is always doing research on these things. I'm ready to go.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to wait on you unless you have a mask on.
Okay.
The facility needs a mask.
Who are you?
I'm just a cashier.
Okay.
Would you like to speak to the owner?
Not really. I'm just shopping. So I don't care about the owner.
Well,
So.
This facility requires you to wear a mask.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Hi. Is this somebody that forgot their stuff?
No,
Okay. Okay. I'm ready to go. Okay. So my wife had it memorized down to the penny how much I pay. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted 3 of these things, not 1. I have to go back and get through more. So they're saying that they won't check me out at the place. And look at that. There's actually 3, maybe even a box of them. But that's exactly how many I wanted. 3. Okay. Okay, got another customer. They're good. They'll take a little longer. See?
Stop filming.
Okay, you don't have to be in it.
You can film me all you want. I'm the owner.
You're the owner.
I'm
Okay.
the owner. So if you're in my facility, protect my employees, so you have to wear a mask.
Oh, I just don't want to film you.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got what I need. I'm just going to check out and go.
They're going to refuse your service if you don't have the mask.
How will that change safety?
Nothing. I'm the owner. If that's what it is what it's going to be. If you don't have a mask, I'm refusing service. I have that right as a business owner.
Okay. So you're saying that even if I have the money for it,
I don't care if you have the money for it.
okay, and if I just give you the money and walk out, no, that's no good?
You're going to have to have it purchased.
Okay. So,
Here's what the deal is. We're done talking. You're going to leave.
well, I want these things.
Okay, well then put on a mask.
I don't have a mask.
Okay, well you can purchase one.
I don't want to buy anything.
Well then you're not going to buy nothing.
Okay. Well, actually, are you discriminating against me because I don't want to wear a mask?
That's how it is in my business. If you don't have a mask on, I have the right to protect my employees.
How do you protect them by this way?
Because I don't know what you have.
What do I have with what?
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm done talking to you. You can exit. If you don't exit, I'll detain you. Have the sheriff come pass you out of my business.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay?
Let's do that.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to call the sheriff.
There's a sign on the door.
I know.
Either leave
Yeah.
or...
Do you prefer wearing masks?
You know what? I'm going to do what I have to do to
Good.
keep everybody safe.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to be calling... I'm going to call the police right now.
All available cashiers up front right away, please. All available cashiers up front right away. Thank you.
Oh, he's filming. He wants to be popular. He wants to be Mr.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to flip it back to me.
2 inches.
I told him I was going to give him a sheriff.
I'm calling him. I'm calling the police right now.
Okay.
But I want you to
Hello?
step outside, though. I don't want
We're
you to
asking you to leave our facility.
No.
You're trespassing at this point, sir.
I'll be right over here.
Thank you.
You'll be outside.
You'll be outside.
No.
Yes, you will. Right this way, sir.
No.
Sir, we can detain you and have you trespass.
We're asking you to leave.
Okay. Just going to call 911 first.
That's fine. Call 911 outside.
Hey, leave me alone.
Sir.
Outside. Now.
You know what?
You gotta get out.
You're going to shove me?
Yeah.
You're shoving me out?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
shoving me out.
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
This is my
okay.
business. You're privately owned.
Okay.
You're
You know what?
outside.
Passing.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm being harassed by people at a store who they don't want to serve me.
Outside of my business. Outside of my business. Thank you.
You need to go, sir.
Okay, they don't want to serve.
You need to go. Here, I got my phone.
Well, under code section 50, let's see, it's California Code 51, that they cannot. No, it's civil law. It's civil law. I want the sheriff. Good. Okay, I am at Bargain Market Grocery Outlet on Watt Avenue. Watt in the corner of Whitney. Bargain Market Grocery Outlet. I actually saw a sheriff drive by when I pulled up. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, so on Watt, yes. Okay. Okay, okay, so. Oh, yeah, that sounds right. Doug Holmes. Okay, I'm calling from, let's see if I have it memorized. It's 916. Well, the owners and the clerks, they actually shoved me out the door. The owner, yeah. No, he's a white guy. Maybe around 50, guessing. Pretty sure he's wearing a black shirt. I'm pretty sure he had a black mask on. He's bald, but I think he had a baseball cap. Didn't really notice, but yeah, he was wearing long pants. And I've been told that by somebody, his name. Yes, I can't shop there. He's not letting me shop. Well, because I had all my groceries picked out that I want. I started over to the cashier, and then he took my stuff because I didn't want to put on a mask, and I just wanted to get out the door. But yeah, okay, good. Okay, great. Okay. Looks like I'm going to do some waiting. You have to be willing to do that, because if you're going to end something, it has to be people to stand up for their rights. So, no surprise. Everybody's walking around compliant. And if they are compliant, all that means is that they're going to keep on doing things more and more. They won't change anything. Why? Everybody's a pushover. So there's great stores that allow you to not wear a mask if you don't want to wear a mask, or have an exemption. I didn't say I had an exemption. It doesn't even matter. So, but if I had an exemption, this is for the people who want to shop and who do have an exemption. So we'll see what happens here. I don't know how long this is going to take. First, I just want the sheriff to be aware of this, and they're going to have to figure out how to deal with this type of thing. And so we'll see. This morning, when my wife did call the sheriff, she was told that she was the very first one ever in Sacramento County to call about this. Kind of hard to believe, but it wasn't. We didn't get her there with the normal like 911 call. It was the non-emergency number, so it kind of got forwarded on to somebody, and then by the time it reached the lady, it was she's never heard of it. So, and she probably won't even hear about this because this is something that probably the deputies and people that are coming to at a call like this, that they won't forward the information on to her. So it's just all new to her, but it doesn't mean that it's new to the sheriff. So it would be kind of surprising there hasn't been a single incident. Who knows how long this is going to take? We'll just have to wait here, but I'm going to definitely push it to the that's the only way you're going to make any difference, is if you push this like this. I mean, if you just walk away, it's like they win and they permanently win. If the sheriffs get involved, and I have no idea what the sheriff's going to say. On the phone, the person who took the 911 call said they have the right to refuse service. Okay, but when I point out to the sheriff, whoever comes, that the California Code 51 does not allow discrimination. There's no actual law on the books that say you have to wear a mask. It doesn't exist. So if the sheriff, there's no way he would ever arrest me. What he could do is, if I wanted to file charges because they shoved me out the door, hopefully that was all recorded. I don't know where I was pointing at the camera at that time. So hopefully that was recorded somehow. And the fact that he shoved me out the door, grabbed my arm and pushed me, that I think could qualify as harassment. And you can't legally do that in California, harassing customers. So seems like there would be a case. I'm not a lawyer, can only kind of try to use logic. So California Code, Civil Code 51, the part that's B, I've highlighted it in there, and it says, all persons within the jurisdiction of this state are free and equal, and no matter what their sex, race, color, religion, ancestry, national origin, disability, medical condition, genetic information, marital status, sexual orientation, citizenship, primary language, or immigration status, are entitled to the full and equal accommodations, advantages, facilities, privileges, or services in all business establishments of every kind whatsoever. Now, it sure as hell seemed like they covered all the bases in that sentence. There is no way somebody can legally prevent me from using the services because this is a public business. So we'll see how this law conflicts with Newsom's imagination. Can't even call it a law because there's no law, so you can call it his imagination. And let's see whether the law is more powerful than Newsom's imagination. That's a good way to look at it. And I see my daughter coming over here on a scooter.
Film this.
Oh, could I? Can I film that? Somebody flipped me off, called me an asshole. Have to laugh at that. Some old lady. Okay, police are here. Car is racing a little bit. Hi. Yes. So I was trying to shop and I had it all picked out. I went to the checkout line, but he says he was not going to serve me. Okay, so I had money, of course. And he grabbed it out of my hand. And then I decided, okay, well, he's harassed me. I called 911. Obviously, you guys weren't available.
Because of the mask?
Yeah, so I said that I wanted to just shop. I already had it picked out. There's not going to be hurting anything at this point to go further and just go, and do it.
I understand what you're saying. Unfortunately, they do have the right to refuse service based on whatever policy they enact, right? If you're not wearing a shirt, they can take a leave, right? So if they decide that a mask is what they need, then unfortunately we have to go by that standard, right? Because that's what it's a private business, right?
But you might already know about this. I came prepared because I kind of expected this. If you'll see that, you might have it memorized, but this is California Code 51, and I highlighted that part that shows that they cannot really refuse me or anything for anything. No, look at it. Any business whatsoever.
So what's your first name?
My name is Doug
Doug?
Holmes, Holmes.
What's your date of birth, Doug?
Yeah.
Okay. You know your driver's license number by chance?
I'll say I'm online. I don't want to play. Uh-huh. So that's referring to every business of any kind whatsoever. And so
Referring to sex, race, color, religion.
Everything.
It doesn't say anything about masks.
yeah, of course not. 'Cause, it was written before mass.
Because just like any other business, right? You go in without a shirt, without pants, right? They can refuse service to you. It's a private business.
But that's what this is talking about.
No, it's not.
It's
That's talking about
what is it talking about then?
About your race, your color, your religion, right?
But is-
That's discrimination. That's different than wearing a mask or not wearing a mask.
Okay. Now, Sheriff Scott Jones said he was not going to be enforcing anything to do with masks.
Correct.
Okay. So
But we don't own this business, right?
I know.
So this is a private business, just like if you went in with, like I said, without a shirt, right? Just think of it as you go in without a shirt and they tell you you can't be in here because you don't have a shirt on. It's the same thing.
But is that even legal to say that?
Yes, because they're a private business.
So they can say if you don't have a Mickey Mouse cap, you don't come in?
They can't discriminate against you based on certain factors, like you printed out there, right? But a shirt, a mask, right, pants, that sort of thing.
But they don't say that here in this.
I understand that's not has to do anything with masks. That has to do with discrimination, your color, your religion, right, your ancestry, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
That's exactly what it says in there. What you handed.
Yeah, except that you're applying it as if it doesn't apply to businesses, but businesses, this is what it's actually for.
It doesn't apply to businesses. I'm saying the mask. You're talking about a mask. We're not talking about your color, your race, your ethnicity, none of that stuff, right? You're not talking about any of that stuff, correct?
Yeah,
You're talking about wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. So don't make it something it's not.
well,
Okay.
okay, but what
It's a
about the
mask.
part about like if you have a medical exemption? Because there
Do
are
you have some sort of medical exemption?
yes.
So then why are we? What do you have some sort of proof?
You don't need proof.
What
Did
is
you?
your medical exemption?
Well, you can't even ask that legally. Did you know that? You know, I mean, because it's something that hits the HIPAA thing. It's
So
a
you
it's
have
a
medical
privacy.
exemption.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter again. They're a private business. If they want everybody to wear a mask and they want to kick everybody out who's not wearing a mask or not wearing a T-shirt, then that's up to them. Okay.
Don't they have
They
to?
do not have to serve you.
They don't have to accommodate me in any way.
They do not have to serve you.
So
Not over a mask. If there's a medical condition, you have some sort of proof, right? that
even
tells
if I
them
had that,
it-
even if I had that, he doesn't want to care.
Okay, I understand, but unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do with a private business. Do you understand that? Right?
Yeah. Okay, so the bottom line is that because of this no mask, no whatever
What
thing,
discussion are we having here? What exactly?
I
do you
want to be able to shop where I want, wherever I want, and
Well, I can't
like
give
anybody.
I can't give you that authority to shop wherever you want. If a private business does not want you in there, they have the right to refuse service to you.
Okay. So I guess that you're just saying it boils down to the business owner, each one.
Boils down to whoever owns the business or the representative of the business, manager, security, etc. And whatever their policies are.
Okay.
If their policy is everybody comes in wears a mask, then that's the policy they hold, right? So they have the right to refuse service to you based on that not wearing a mask.
Okay. Now,
If you want to sue them civilly, right? If you think that there's something that they did wrong that you don't agree with, by all means, sue them,
Okay.
right? This is not a criminal matter.
okay. Yeah, he did basically harass me and shove me out the door.
Did he physically touch you?
Yes.
Okay. I can go watch the camera footage. Do you feel like he assaulted you?
Well, I
Do you
mean,
need
it's
an ambulance? Are you hurt?
nope.
Okay.
No, but he still did assault me. You know, I mean, if I was like a little old lady and they refused, they might have hurt
Wanna
somebody
press
like that.
charges against him?
I would like to.
Okay. I will go review the camera footage and see exactly what happened.
Okay.
And we also have to talk to his side, right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to go further with it, you have to sign a private person's arrest form, right?
Okay.
Because it's a misdemeanor committed not in our presence, so we can't.
But
say
I have it
that
on camera.
happened. You have it on camera?
Yes.
Okay, I'll watch your video.
Okay. Well, do you want to watch it now? Because I would have to end with my recording.
There's no time like the president, right? You want to show
Okay.
it to me, I'll see it.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will shut off my recording and then I'll be able to go back and show it to you.
I don't mind you recording. You're
Yeah.
allowed to record.
Yeah, except that I can't show you and record at the same time.
You want to show me evidence of the crime that you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Then I need to see it, right?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop recording. I'm gonna finish this off because I was talking with the two sheriffs for quite some time, and it boils down to this: they interpret this California Civil Code 51 as, because it doesn't have the word mask on it, that it can't really apply to me shopping there. Now, it doesn't have pants or shirt or anything either, but that's their rule according to them. So they said that boils down to that. So no matter what, it doesn't seem that if the business says you have a certain policy and you want to refuse service, as long as it's not because of race, color, creed, blah, 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 that they have the right to do that. They have the right to refuse that service. So I had the option to press charges against him for assault. He was able to look at the footage in the store. One of them went and did that while I was talking to the other, and so they saw what they saw. But if I was to do that, I would also be. He would file the trespassing. They would be giving me a trespassing citation. So I decided that I'm not gonna go forward. If he had pushed me down or hurt me somehow, then that would have been something that I could be used to sue him for something like that. But because it's very minimal, they even said that they had the right to detain me and push me out or whatever of their facility, and even standing out there on the sidewalk outside the door, according to them, is trespassing on their property. So anyway, I didn't want to take up any more of their time. He explained it many times and didn't seem to ever budge. I'm talking about the sheriff. He didn't seem to budge on the idea that by not allowing me to go there, that it would be, there was any problem with that. It all came back down to the right of the owner to refuse service if they wanted to. Apparently, if they had a sign on the door that says you will not get service if you don't have a Mickey Mouse shirt on and pink pants, you could, and then go in there and you do that, they can refuse you for that too, because apparently they posted it. That makes it something they can say now, no matter what. So anyway, I ended it with, I didn't want to waste any more of the time. I ended it with telling him that I hope he signs the petition to recall Newsom. He said, I don't want to talk politics right now. But I said, well, you are also a private person. And I said, sign it when you get home or whatever. So anyway, we left it like that. They were both very nice sheriffs, exactly the type of sheriff or deputy, whatever you call them, that every place you want to have, because they are on your side. They were really great. So that's about it.